All right, let's see. I met Bob Madigan in, I believe it was January of 1982. And my girlfriend and I had gone to this punk rock club. I'd been into punk rock, in high school, blah, blah, blah. So we went to the show. It was local people, Negative Approach, the Necros, and I think it might have been Big Black, but I'm not positive. I don't remember who else was on the bill. And while we were there, my girlfriend and I, of course, were like, checking out all the guys, and there was this group of guys hanging out, and I'd kind of like glommed on this one guy. His name was John. So we went outside to smoke cigarettes, and of course they, all these guys are standing there. John, of course, later I find out it's Bob, and a couple of his friends. And so we're just talking, and yeah, we're like introducing one another. So he's all, "Hey, I'm Bob Madigan." And I go, "Oh, Bob Madigan of the legendary Nymphos?" And here's how I knew that, because I was best friends with his best friend, Larry Berry. And Larry kept trying to hook me up with Bob Madigan. And every time he tried to hook me up with Bob Madigan, it never came to fruition. Like something happened, there was all these crazy things, like the show didn't happen or whatever. So it was just bizarre that we're talking, all of a sudden this guy goes, "Oh, and I'm Bob Madigan." And I'm like, well, how many Bob Madigans could there be? So I'm just like, "Oh, of the legendary Nymphos." And for some odd reason, I don't know why I did it to this day, I got down on my knee and I held his hand and I kissed it. And yeah, he was smitten with me. Of course, I played hard to get. It took him about another, I think, 6 months before I actually went out on a date with him. And our first date was his brother Jerry's 16th birthday. So that's kind of the story of how I met Bob.